dear, my beautiful Hippolyta, we'll be getting married in 4 days, on the day of the next new moon. But it seems to me that time is passing too slowly. That old moon is taking too long to fade away. That old, slow moon is keeping me from getting what I want, like an old widow who keeps her stepson from gaining his inheritance.
No, you'll see, 4 days will quickly turn into 4 nights, and since we dream at night, time passes quick again. Finally, the new moon, curved like a silver bow in the sky, will look down on our wedding celebration.
Hippolyta, I wooed you with violence, using my sword and got you to fall in love with me by injuring you. But I'll marry you under different circumstances, with extravagant festivals, public festivities, and great celebration.
Long live Theseus, our famous and respected duke.
Thanks, Aegeus. What's new with you?
I'm here full of anger to complain about my daughter Hermia. Step forward, Demetrius. My lord, this man has my permission to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. But this other man, Lysander, has cast a magic spell over my child's heart. You, Lysander, pretended to be in love with her, singing fake love songs softly by her window in the moonlight. And you've exchanged poems and tokens of love. You've given her locks of your hair, toys, presents, knickknacks, candies, flowers, things that can really influence an impressionable young person. You've connived to steal my daughter's heart, making her harsh and stubborn instead of obedient like she should be. And my gracious lord, I ask that you let me exercise the right that all fathers have in Athens, as the law provides. I can either make her marry Demetrius right now, or have her killed.
So, what do you have to say for yourself, Hermia? Think carefully, pretty girl. You should think of your father as a god, since he is the one who has given you your beauty. To him, you are like a figure sculpted in wax, and he has the power to keep that figure intact or to destroy it. Demetrius is an admirable man.
So is Lysander.
That's true, Lysander is admirable too, but since your father does not want him to marry you, you must consider Demetrius to be the better man.
I wish my father could see them through my eyes.
No, you must see them as your father sees them.
Your Grace, please forgive me. I don't know what makes me think I can say this, and I don't know if speaking my mind to such a powerful and noble person as yourself will damage my reputation for modesty. But please, tell me what is the worst thing that can happen to me if I refuse to marry Demetrius.
Well, you'll either be executed or you'll never see another man again. So, think carefully about what you want, beautiful Hermia. Consider your age and question your feelings. Then, decide when you can stand to be a nun, wearing a priestess habit and cage up in a cloister forever, living your entire life without husband or children, weekly chanting hymns to the cold and virginal goddess of the moon. People who can restrain their passions and remain virginal are forever holy. And although a virgin priestess may receive reward in heaven, a married woman is much happier here on earth. A married woman is like a rose, picked and made into a beautiful perfume, while a virgin priestess just withers away on the stem.
But I would rather wither away than give up my virginity to someone I don't love.
Take some time to think about this. By the time of the next new moon, the day that Hippolyta and I are to be married, be prepared either to be executed for disobeying your father, to marry Demetrius as your father wishes, or plan to take your vows to spend the rest of your life as a virgin priestess of the moon goddess.
Please give in, sweet Hermia. And Lysander, stop acting like she's yours. I've got more of a right to her than you do.
Her father loves you, Demetrius. So why don't you marry him and let me have Hermia?
It's true, Lysander. I do love him. That's why I'm giving him my daughter. She's mine, and I'm giving her to Demetrius!
My lord, I'm just as noble and rich as he is. I love Hermia more than he does. My prospects are as good as his, if not better. And beautiful Hermia loves me, which is more important than all those other things I'm bragging about. Why shouldn't I be able to marry her? Demetrius, and I'll say this to his face, courted Nidar's daughter Helena and made her fall in love with him. That sweet lady Helena loves devoutly. She adores this horrible and unfaithful man.
I'll admit I've heard something about this, and I meant to speak with Demetrius about it, but I've been busy with personal matters, and it slipped my mind. As for you, Hermia, get ready to do as your father wishes, because otherwise the law says that you must die or become a nun, and there is nothing that I can do about that. Don't be volatile.
What's going on, my love? Why are you so pale? Why have your rosy cheeks faded so quickly?
Probably because my cheeks' roses needed rain, which I could easily give them with all the tears in my eyes.
The course of true love never did run smooth. Either the lovers have different social standings.
Oh, what an obstacle that would be. Imagine being too high on the social ladder and falling in love with someone beneath you.
Or else they were very different ages.
How awful being too old to marry someone young.
Or else their guardians and advisors said no.
What hell have your love life determined by someone else?
Or, even if the lovers are a good match, their love might be ruined by war, death, or sickness, so that the affair only lasts an instant. Their time together may be as fleeting as a shadow or as short as a dream, lasting only as long as it takes a lightning bolt to flash across the sky, before you can say, look! It's gone. That's how intense things like love are quickly destroyed.
If true lovers are always thwarted, then it must be a rule of fate. So let's try to be patient as we deal with our problem. If this normal part of love is dreams, sighs, wishes, and tears.
That's the right attitude. So listen, Hermia. I have an aunt who's a widow, who's very rich and doesn't have any children. She lives about 20 miles outside of Athens, and she thinks of me as a son. I could marry you there, gentle Hermia, where the strict laws of Athens can't touch us. So here's the plan. If you love me, sneak out of your father's house tomorrow night. Meet me in the forest a few miles outside of town. You remember the place? I met you there once with Helena to celebrate May Day. I'll wait for you there.
Oh, Lysander, I swear I'll meet you at that spot tomorrow. I swear by Cupid's strongest bow and his best gold-tipped arrow, and by the goddess of love's innocent doves, and by everything that ties lovers together, and by the bonfire where Queen Dido burned herself to death when her lover Aeneas jilted her, and by all the promises that men have broken, and men have broken more promises than women have ever made. I give you my word I'll meet you at that spot tomorrow.
Keep your promise, my love. Look, here comes Helena.
Hello, beautiful Helena. Where are you going?
Did you just call me beautiful? Take it back. You're the beautiful one as far as Demetrius is concerned. Oh, you're so lucky. Your eyes are like stars and your voice is more musical than a lark song to a shepherd in the springtime. Sickness is contagious. I wish beauty were contagious too. I'd catch your good looks before I left. My ear would be infected by your voice, my eye by your eye, and my tongue would come down with a bad case of your melodious speech. If the world were mine, I'd give it all up, everything except Demetrius, to be you. Oh, teach me how you look the way you do and which tricks you use to make Demetrius fall in love with you.
I frown at him, but he still loves me.
If only my smiles could inspire love as effectively as your frowns.
I curse him, but he loves me.
If only my prayers could inspire that kind of affection.
The more I hate him, the more he follows me around.
The more I love him, the more he hates me.
It's not my fault he acts like that, Helena.
That's true. It's your beauty's fault. I wish I had a fault like that.
Don't worry, he won't see my face ever again. Lysander and I are running away from here. Before I saw Lysander, Athens seemed like a paradise to me. But Lysander's so attractive that he's turned heaven into hell.
Helena, we'll tell you about our secret plan. Tomorrow night, when the moon shines on the water and decorates the grass with tiny beads of pearly light, the time of night that always hides runaway lovers, we plan to sneak out of Athens.
In the woods, where you and I used to lounge around with the pale primroses, telling each other sweet secrets, that's where Lysander and I will meet. From then on, we'll turn our backs on Athens, We'll seek new friends and keep the company of strangers. So goodbye, old friend. Pray for us, and I hope you win over Demetrius. Keep your promise, Lysander. We must stay away from each other until midnight tomorrow.
I will, my Hermia. Goodbye, Helena. I hope Demetrius comes to love you as much as you love him.
It's amazing how much happier some people are than others. People throughout Athens think I'm as beautiful as Hermia. But so what? Demetrius doesn't think so, and that's all that matters. But even though he's making a mistake, by obsessing over Hermia so much, I'm also making a mistake, since I obsess over him. Love can make worthless things beautiful. When we're in love, we don't see with our eyes, but with our minds. That's why paintings of Cupid, the god of love, always show him as blind. And love doesn't have good judgment either. Love doesn't have love. That's why they say love is a child, because it makes such bad choices. Before Demetrius ever saw Hermia, he showered me with promises and swore he'd be mine forever. But when he got all hot and bothered over Hermia, his promises melted away. I'll go tell Demetrius that Hermia is running away tomorrow night. He'll run after her. If he's grateful to me for this information, it'll be worth my pain in helping him pursue my rival Hermia. At least I'll get to see him when he goes, and then again when he comes back.
Are we all here? You should call their names generally, one person at a time, and in the order in which they appear on this piece of paper.
Ah, this is a list of all the men in Athens who are good enough to act in the play we're going to perform for the Duke and Duchess on their wedding night.
Well, first, Peter Quince, tell us what the play is about, then read the names of the actors, and then shut up.
All right. Our play is called A Very Tragic Comedy About the Horrible Deaths of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh, let me tell you, it's a great piece of work, and very funny, too. Now, call the names of the actors, and the masters will gather around.
Answer when I call your name. Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Here, Peter Quince, tell me what part I'm going to play, and then go on.
You, Nick Bottom, have been cast as Pyramus.
What's Pyramus, a lover or a tyrant?
A lover who kills himself very nobly for love.
Then I'll have to cry to make my performance believable. When I start crying, oh boy, the audience better watch out, because they'll start crying too. I'll make tears fall from their eyes like rainstorms. I'll moan believably. Well, name the other actors, but I'm really in the mood to play the part of a tyrant. I can do a great job with Hercules or any other part that requires ranting and raving. I can rant really well, like this. Listen. The raging rocks and shivering shocks will break the locks of prison gates, and the sun god's car will shine from far away, old Bacon Mar, oh foolish fate. Oh, that was truly inspired. Tell us the names of the other actors, but and by the way, my performance just then was in the style of Hercules, the tyrant style. A lover would have to be wittier, of course.
Francis Flute, the bellows repairman.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you'll be playing the role of Thisbe.
Ah, who is this Thisbe? A knight on a quest?
Thisbe is the lady that Pyramus is in love with.
Oh, no, come on, man. Don't make me play a woman. I'm growing up here.
That doesn't matter. You can wear a mask, and you can make your voice as high as you want.
Well, in that case, if I can wear a mask, let me play the part of Thisbe too. First I'll be Pyramus, Thisbe, Thisbe, and then in falsetto, oh, Pyramus, oh, dear Thisbe, oh, dear lady.
No, Bottom. You're Pyramus. And Flute, you're Thisbe.
All right, go on.
Robin Startling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
You'll be playing Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the handyman.
Here, Peter Quince.
You'll be playing Pyramus's father. I will play Thisbe's father, myself. Snug, the cabinet maker, you'll play the part of the lion. So that's everyone. I hope this play is well cast now.
Do you have my lines part written down? If you do give it to me, I need to start studying the lines. It takes me a long time to study my lines.
You can improvise the whole thing. It's just roaring.
Oh, let me play the lion too. I can roar so well that all who hear me will be truly inspired. I can roar so well that the Duke himself will say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
If you roar too ferociously, you'll scare the Duchess and the other ladies and make them scream, and that would get us all executed.
Yeah, that would get everybody
I'll roar as gently as a baby dove. Dove, I'll roar like a sweet, peaceful nightingale.
You can't play any part except Pyramus. Because Pyramus is a good-looking man. The most handsome man you could find on a summer's day. A lovely, gentlemanly man. Somehow the only one who can play Pyramus.
In that case, I'll do it. What kind of beard should I wear for the part?
Whatever kind you want, I guess. Gentlemen, here are your scripts, and I beg you to please learn them by tomorrow night. We'll meet at the Duke's Forest, a mile outside of town. Meanwhile, I'll make a list of the props we'll need for the play. Make sure you show up, all of you. Don't leave me in the lurch.
We'll be there, and there we'll rehearse courageously and wonderfully, truly obscenely. Work hard, learn your lines. Goodbye.
We'll meet at the giant oak tree in the Duke's Forest.
You got it. Be there. Don't show your faces here again.
Hello, spirits. Where are you going?
We go over hills and valleys, through bushes and thorns, over parks and fenced-in spaces, through water and fire. We wander everywhere faster than the moon revolves around the earth. We work for Titania, the fairy queen, and organize fairy dances for her in the grass. Pals and flowers are her bodyguards. You'll see that their petals have spots on them. Those are rubies, fairy gifts. Their sweet smells come from those little freckles. Now we need to go find some dewdrops and hang a pearl earring on every callus and flower. Goodbye, you devil spirit. We've got to go. The queen and her elves will be here soon.
The king's having a party here tonight. Just make sure that the queen doesn't come anywhere near him, because King Oberon is extremely angry. He's furious because she's stolen an adorable boy from an Indian king. She's never stolen such a darling human child before. And Oberon's jealous. He wants the boy for himself, to accompany him on his wanderings through the wild forest. But the queen refuses to hand the boy over to Oberon. Instead, she puts flowers in the boy's hair and makes a fuss over him. And now, Oberon and Titania refuse to speak to each other or meet each other anywhere. Neither in the forest, nor on the plain, nor by the rivers, nor under the stars. They always argue, and the little fairies get so frightened that they hide in acorn cups and awoke to come out.
Unless I'm mistaken, you're that mischievous and naughty spirit named Robin Goodfellow. Aren't you the one who goes around scaring the maidens in the village, stealing the cream from the top of the milk, screws up the flour mills, and frustrates the housewives by keeping their milk from turning into butter? Aren't you the one who keeps beer from foaming up as it should and causes people to get lost at night? Well, you laugh at them. Some people call you Hobgoblin and Sweet Pup, and you're nice to them. You do their work for them and give them good luck. That's you, right?
What you say is true. That's me you're talking about. The playful wanderer of the night. I tell jokes to Oberon and make him smile. I trick a fat, well-fed horse into thinking I'm a young female horse. Sometimes I hide at the bottom of an old woman's drink, disguised as an apple. When she takes a sip, I bump up against her lips and make her spill the drink all over her withered old neck. Sometimes an old woman with a sad story to tell tries to sit down on me, thinking I'm a three-legged stool. But I slip from underneath her, and she falls down crying, "Ow, my bum!" and starts coughing. And everyone laughs and has fun. Let's step aside, fairies, for here comes Oberon.
And here's my mistress, Titania. I wish he'd go away.
How nice to see you, Titania.
What? Are you jealous, Oberon? Come, fairies, let's get out of here. I've sworn never to sleep with him or talk to him again.
Just a minute, you brazen hussy. Aren't you supposed to obey me, your lord and husband?
If you are my lord and husband, I must be your lady and wife, and you are supposed to be faithful to me. Yet I know for a fact that you stole out of fairyland disguised as a shepherd and spent all day playing straw pipes and singing love poems to your new girlfriend. The only reason you came back here from India was to see that butch Amazon, Hippolyta, who was your boot-wearing mistress and warrior lover. But now that she's getting married to Theseus, you've come to celebrate their wedding.
Oh, how can you stand there shamelessly talking about me and Hippolyta when you know that I know of your love for Theseus? Ah, weren't you the one that made him desert Paragonia in the middle of the night? And weren't you the one who made him cheat on all his other girlfriends?
These are nothing but jealous lies. Ever since the beginning of Midsummer, my fairies and I haven't been able to go anywhere to do our dances in the wind without being disturbed by you and your arguments. As a consequence of this foul weather and these bad moods, the seasons have started to change. Cold frosts cover the red roses, and icy winter wears a crown of sweet summer flowers, so that spring, summer, fertile autumn, and angry winter have all changed places, and the confused world doesn't know which is which. This is all because of our argument. We are responsible for this.
Well, do something about it then. You have the power to fix it. Why would Titania want to argue with her Oberon? All I'm asking for is to have that little human boy as part of my entourage.
Well, get over it. I won't give up that boy for all of fairyland. His mother was one of my worshipers, and we always used to gossip together at night in India, sitting by the shore, watching the merchant ships sailing on the ocean. Because she was mortal, she died giving birth to the boy. And for her sake, I am rearing him and will not give him up.
How long do you plan to be in this forest?
Maybe until after Theseus' wedding day. If you behave yourself and join us in our circle dance and moonlight celebrations, you may come with us. If not, leave me alone and I'll stay away from your turf.
If you give me that boy, I'll come with you.
Not for all of your fairy kingdom. Come, fairies, let's go. We're going to have an out-and-out brawl if I stay any longer.
Well, go on your way then. You won't leave this grove until I've paid you back for this insult, my dear pup. Come here. You remember the night I saw Cupid flying from the moon to the earth with all his arrows ready? Oh, you couldn't see it, but I could. He took aim at a beautiful young virgin who was sitting on a throne in the western part of the world. He shot his arrow of love well enough to have pierced 100,000 hearts. Ah, and I could see that Cupid's fiery arrow was put out by watery virginal moonbeams. And so the royal virgin continued her virginal thoughts without being interrupted by thoughts of love. Ah, I paid attention to where Cupid's arrow fell. It fell on a little western flower. It used to be as white as milk, but it's now turned purple from being wounded by the arrow of love. Bring me that flower. Ah, yes, young girls call it love and idols. You bring me that flower. If that flower's juice is put upon the eyes of someone while they're asleep, they will fall in love with the first creature that they see when they wake up. Bring me that plant. Get back here before the sea monster has time to swim 3 miles.
I can go around the world in 40 minutes.
When I have the juice of that flower, I will trickle some drops of it onto Tanya's eyes while she's sleeping. She'll fall madly in love with the first thing she sees when she wakes up, even if it's a lion, a bear, a wolf, a bull, a monkey, or an ape. And before I make her normal again, I can cure her by treating her with another plant. I'll beg her give me that little boy as my page. Who's that coming this way? I'll make myself invisible and listen to their conversation.
Look, I don't love you, so stop following me around. Where are Lysander and the beautiful Hermia? Lysander I want to stop, but Hermia stops my heart from beating. You told me they escaped into this forest, and here I am going crazy in the middle of the woods because I can't find my beautiful Hermia. Go away, get out of here, and stop following me.
You attract me to you, you cruel magnet. But you must not attract iron, because my heart is as true as steel. If you let go of your power to attract me, I won't have any power to follow you.
Do I ask you to follow me? Do I kindly? Don't I tell you in the clearest possible terms that I do not and cannot love you?
Yes, but that makes me love you even more. I'm your little dog, Demetrius. The more you beat me, the more I'll love you. Treat me like you would treat a dog. Kick me, hit me, neglect me, try to lose me. Just let me follow behind you, even though I'm not good enough for you. Could I ask for a worse place in your heart than to be treated like you would treat a dog? And yet I would consider it an honor to be your dog.
Don't push it. Just looking at you makes me sick.
And I get sick when I can't look at you.
You're risking your reputation by leaving the city and stalking someone who doesn't love you, standing around alone in a deserted area in the middle of the night isn't the best way to protect your virginity.
I rely on your virtue to protect me. And because I can see your shining face, it doesn't feel like nighttime to me. This forest doesn't seem deserted when you're here because you are all the world to me. Oh, so just let me follow you here.
I'll run away from you and hide in the bushes and leave you to the mercy of wild animals.
The wildest animal isn't as cruel as you are. Run whenever you want to. Speed is useless when the cowardly person chases and the brave person runs away.
I'm not sticking around to listen to you any longer. Leave me alone. Or if you follow me, you better understand I'll do some mischief to you in the forest.
Yes, you already hurt me in the church, in the town, and in the fields. Shame on you, Demetrius. Your behavior is an insult to all women. We cannot fight for love as men can. We should be pursued and courted. We weren't made to do the pursuing. I'll follow you and turn this hell I'm in into a kind of heaven. It would be heavenly to be killed by someone I love so much.
Goodbye, nymph. Before he leaves this part of the forest, you'll change places. You'll be the one running away. He will be in love with you. Do you have the flower, welcome traveler?
Yes, here it is.
Please give it to me. I know a place where wild thyme blooms and oxlips and violets grow. It's covered over with luscious honeysuckle and sweet musk roses and sweet briar. Titania sleeps there sometimes, lulled to sleep among the flowers by dances and other delights. I'll put some of the juice of this flower on Titania's eyes and fill her with horrible delusions and desires. Here, you take some of it too. Look around this part of the forest. A sweet Athenian lady has fallen in love with a young man who wants nothing to do with her. Put some of that flower juice on his eyes and do it in such a way that the first thing he sees will be the lady. You can tell it's him because he's wearing Athenian clothes. Do it carefully so that he will end up loving her more than she loves him. Be sure to meet me back before the rooster's first crow of dawn.
Don't worry, sir. I'm at your service.
Come, dance in a circle and sing a favorite song, and then go off for a while to do your work. Some of you will kill the worms that are infesting the rosebuds. Some of you will fight the bats to get their leathery wings so that we can make coats for my small elves. Some of you will keep that loud owl away that hoots and wonders every night at us gentle fairies. Come, sing me to sleep now, then go off to do your duties and let me rest.
You said Okay, let's go. Everything's fine now. One of us will stay in the dark.
Whatever you see first, think of it as your true love. Yearn for him and love him, even if he's a lynx, a cat, a leopard, or a wild boar. Whatever's there when you wake up will be dear to you. Wake up when something nasty is nearby.
My love, you look as if you're about to faint from wandering in the woods for so long. And to tell you the truth, I've gotten us lost. We'll take a rest if you think it's a good idea and wait until daylight when things will be easier.
Let's do that, Lysander. Find something to cushion your head while you sleep. I'm going to rest my head on this little slope.
We can both sleep together on the grass. We'll have one heart, one bed, two bodies, and one faithful vow.
No, Lysander, please for my sake, sleep a little farther away. Don't sleep so close to me.
Oh, sweetheart, I didn't mean anything naughty when I said that. When lovers talk to each other, their hearts should understand each other. I just meant that our hearts are joined, so we can almost think of them as one heart. Our two bodies are linked together by the promises we've made to one another, so there are two bodies and one faithful vow. So let me sleep next to you. If I lie next to you, I won't lie to you. I'll be faithful and respect you.
Please, darling, for my sake, sleep a little farther away, so that we both can behave properly. It's only proper for a well-behaved girl and a well-behaved bachelor to be physically separated like this. So stay away for now, and good night, my sweet friend. I hope your love for me remains this strong for your entire life.
Amen to that. I hope my life ends before my loyalty to you does. I'll sleep over here. Sleep well.
You sleep well, too.
Oh, I've been through the entire forest, but I still haven't found anything a man uses flour on. Wait a second. Who's this? He's wearing Athenian clothes. This must be the guy who rejected the Athenian girl. And here's the girl, sleeping soundly on the damp and dirty ground. Pretty girl, you shouldn't lie near such a rude and heartless man. Jerk, I throw all the powers of this magical charm on your eyes. And when you wake up, let love keep you from falling back to sleep. Wake up when I'm gone, because now I have to get over on.
Stop, Demetrius, stop! Even if only to kill me.
Look, I'm telling you, get out of here and stop following me around like this.
Oh, would you leave me alone in the dark? Don't.
I'm going on alone. Stay here at your own risk.
Oh, I'm exhausted from this foolish chase. The more I pray, the less I get out of it. Hermia is lucky wherever she is because she has beautiful eyes. How did her eyes get so bright? Not from crying. If that's the case, tears wash my eyes more than hers. No, no, I'm as ugly as a bear since animals that see me run away in terror. So it's no surprise that Demetrius runs away from me as if I were a monster. What evil and deceitful mirror made me think I could rival Hermia's starry eyes? But who's this here? Lysander on the ground? Is he dead or sleeping? I don't see any blood or injuries. Lysander, if you're alive, wake up.
I'd even run through fire if you told me to. Radiant, beautiful Helena. I feel as if Mother Nature has allowed me to see into your heart as if by magic. Where's Demetrius? Oh, I'd kill that name with my sword if I could.
Oh, don't say that, Lysander. Don't say that. Why do you care that he still loves Hermia? What does it matter? She still loves you, so be happy.
Happy? With Hermia? No. I regret all the boring time I wasted with her. I don't love Hermia. I love Helena. Who wouldn't love a dove more than a crow? A man's desires are influenced by his logical mind. And it's simply logical that you're more worthy of love than Hermia is. Fruits and vegetables don't ripen until the right season of the year. Likewise, I'm young and my sense of reason is just ripened. I can finally see the light. I My logic has more control over my desires than it used to. And it's telling me to look into your eyes where I see every love story ever told.
Why does everyone always make fun of me? What have I done to deserve this kind of treatment from you? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I'll never be pretty enough to get a kind look from Demetrius? Do you have to harp on my inadequacy? My God, it's wrong for you to woo me in such a cruel and disdainful way. But goodbye. I have to tell you I thought you were a much kinder person than this. Oh, how awful that a woman who's been rejected by one man should be treated so horribly by another one.
She doesn't see Hermia. Hermia, keep sleeping and don't ever come near me again. Eating too many sweets makes people sick to their stomach. And people always hate the mistakes they made in the past more than anyone else hates those mistakes. Hermia, you're the sweet I've had too much of and the mistake I used to make. So I hate you more than anyone else does. I'll use all my talents and efforts to serve Helen and bring her honor.
Help me. Help me, Lysander. Help me. Get this snake off my chest! Oh my God. What a terrible dream I've just had. Lysander, look how I'm shaking from fear. I thought a snake was eating my heart out while you sat smiling and watching. Lysander? What, is he gone? Lysander, my lord! No answer? Nothing? Oh God, where are you? I'm almost fainting with fear. Say something if you can hear me. Say something, please. Nothing? Then I guess you're nowhere nearby. I'll find you. Or die! Run away!
Are we all here?
Right on time! This is the perfect place to rehearse. This clearing will be our stage. This hawthorn bush will be our dressing room. Let's put on the play exactly as we're performing for the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What is it, Charlie Bottom?
There's some things about this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that just won't work. First of all, Pyramus has to take out his sword and stab himself. And the ladies in the audience won't be able to stand that. What should we do about this?
My God, that's a real problem. It's true.
I think we'll have to leave out all of the count, come to think of it.
No, not at all. I've got a plan I think will fix everything. First of all, write me a prologue, which I can recite to the audience before the play begins. First of all, I'll tell them that we're not going to hurt anyone with our swords, and that Pyramus really isn't dead. And I'll tell them that I'll be playing the part of Pyramus, that I'm not really Pyramus at all, that really I'm the big bottom, the weaver. And that way they shouldn't be afraid.
All right, that's what we'll do then. We'll have a prologue. We'll write it in alternating 8 and 6 syllable lines, just like in a ballad.
Oh, no, add a couple of syllables. Make it to 8 and 8.
But won't the ladies be scared of the line?
I'm really worried about that.
Gentlemen, you ought to think to yourselves, bringing in, for God forbid, a lion among ladies is a terrible thing. There's no scarier wild bird than the living lion, and we should remember this.
Well, maybe we need another prologue to tell everyone he's not a real lion.
No, we'll just tell the audience what his name is, and we'll have his face show through the lion costume, and have him say something himself. He can say something like this, or something to the same defect. Ladies, or lovely ladies, I would like to ask you, I would like to request of you, I would like to beg of you, please do not be afraid and tremble with fear. I value your lives as highly as my own. If you thought I were a real lion, then my life would be at risk. But no, I am not a lion at all. I am a man like all other men. And then you should say his name and plainly say that he is a Snug, the cabinet maker.
All right, that's what we'll do then. But there's still 2 other problems we have to figure out. Now, how are we going to bring moonlight into the room? Because, you know, Pyramus and Thisbe met by moonlight.
Well, if you think the moon's going to be shining on the night we're performing our play?
Oh, we need a calendar. Look in the almanac. Look up moonshine. Look up moonshine.
Yes, the moon will be shining that night.
Well, in that case, we can just leave a window open in the big hall where we'll be performing, and the moonlight can shine in through the open window.
All right. Or we can have someone else come in carrying a bundle of sticks and a lantern and say he's come to disfigure or represent the character of moonshine. Because moonshine, according to the story, Pyramus and Thisbe met by moonshine. But there's still another problem. We need to have a wall in the great hall. Because Pyramus and Thisbe spoke through a little hole in a wall.
But well, you'll never get a wall in there. What do you think, Lionel?
I think that someone should play the part of wall. We can rub some clay and cement and limestone on him too. Show the audience that he is in fact wall. And then he can take his fingers like this and make a little V shape. And Pyramus and Thisbe can whisper through the little crack.
If we do that, everything will be all right. Now, sit down, everyone, and rehearse your parts, Pyramus, and you start. When you set your lines, go hide behind that bush. Everyone else, go there too when you're not on stage.
Who are these country bumpkins swaggering around so close to where the queen is sleeping? What? Are they about to put on a play? I'll watch, and I'll act in it too if I feel like it.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, come forward.
Thisbe, flowers with sweet, odorous smells.
Odors, odors.
Odors and smells like your breath, my dearest Thisbe, dear. But wait, what's that? A voice? Wait right here. I'll be right back.
That's the strangest Pyramus I've ever seen.
Am I supposed to say something now?
Yes, you're supposed to show that you understand that he just went to check on a noise he heard and is coming right back.
Most radiant. Most radiant.
Most radiant Pyramus! You are as white as a lily and the color of a red rose on a splendid rose bush. Such a lively young man! You are as reliable as a horse that never gets tired. I will meet you, Pyramus, at Ninny's grave.
That's Ninus' grave, man. Don't say all of that yet. You're supposed to say some of it as a reply to Pyramus. You've gone and said all your lines at once. Cues and all. Pyramus, Senator, you've missed your cue. It never gets tired.
Oh. As reliable as a horse that never gets tired.
If I were handsome, my dearest Thisbe, dear, I would still want only you.
I'll follow you. I'll run you around in circles, logs and bushes, and woods and thorns. Sometimes I'll take the shape of a horse. Sometimes I'll take the shape of a hound, or a pig, or a headless bear. Sometimes I'll turn into fire, and I'll neigh like a horse, and I'll bark like a hound, and I'll grunt like a pig, and roar like a bear, and burn like fire at every turn.
Why are we all running away? They're trying to, there's some joke of theirs, they're trying to scare me.
Oh, madam! You've changed! What's that thing on your head?
Well, what do you think I've got on my head? You're being a bit of an ass, don't you think?
God bless you, madam. God bless you. You've been changed. Reborn.
I see what they're up to. They're trying to make an ass out of me and scare me. But I won't move from this spot. I'll walk up and down and I'll sing my song to show them that I'm not afraid. Mules or cocks so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his notes so true, a wren with little quill.
What angel is this who's waking me up with my little
Doffins the sparrow and the lark, the plainsome cuckoo gray, whose notes full many a man doth bark, and none doth answer. Of course he won't say no. Why would he want to talk to such a stupid bird? Why would he bother accusing the bird of lying, even if the bird were trying to tell him that his wife was cheating on him?
Please sing again, sweet human. I love to listen to your voice, and I love to look at your body. I know this is the first time I've ever seen you, but I can't help swearing to you that I love you.
I don't believe you have much of a reason to love me. It seems that reason and love don't know each other very well these days. It's too bad some mutual friend doesn't introduce them. Just kidding.
You are as wise as you are beautiful.
That's not right. If I was smart enough to get out of this forest, then I'd be wise enough to suit myself.
Don't bother wishing you could leave this forest, because you're going to stay here, whether you want to or not. I am no ordinary fairy. I rule over the summer. And I love you. So come with me. I'll give you fairies as servants. They'll bring you jewels from the depths of the ocean and sing to you while you sleep on a bed of flowers. I'll turn you into a spirit, like us, so you won't die as humans do. Come, Peas Blossom, Cobweb, Moth, and Mustard Seed.
Ready? Me too. Me too. And me too. Where should we go?
Be kind and polite to this gentleman. Follow him around. Leap and dance for him. Feed him apricots and blackberries with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. Steal honey from the bumblebees and make candles from the beeswax, so that my love will have light when he goes to sleep and when he wakes up. Pluck off colorful butterfly wings to fan the moonbeams away from his eyes as he sleeps. Bow to him, fairies, and curtsy to him.
Hello, mortal. Hello. Hello. Hello.
I beg your pardon, sir. Please tell me your name.
Cobweb.
Cobweb, I'd like to get to know you better. If I cut my finger, I can use you for a bandage to stop the bleeding. And your name, dear?
Moth.
And your name?
Peas Blossom.
Peas Blossom. Please give my regards to your mother, Mrs. Peapod, and your father, Mr. Peapod. And please tell me your name.
Mustard Seed.
Ah, good mustard seed. Those gigantic, bodacious sides of beef have been responsible for many members of your family being eaten as condiments on beef. And I swear to you, mustard seed, that many members of your family have caused my own eyes to water before. I'd like to get to know you better, mustard seed.
Take good care of him now. Take him to my sleeping area. The moon looks sad to me. When she cries, all the little flowers cry too. They're sad because of some enforced chastity. Keep my love quiet. Bring him to me in silence.
I wonder if Titania's awake yet. And if she is, I wonder what the first thing she saw was. Whatever it is, she must be completely in love with. Ah, here's my messenger. What's going on, you crazy spirit? What havoc have you wreaked in this part of the forest?
My mistress Titania is in love with a monster. While she was sleeping in her bed of flowers, a group of bumbling idiots, rough workmen from Athens, got together nearby to rehearse some play that they planned to perform on Theseus' wedding day. The stupidest one who played Pyramus finished his scene and went to go sing the bushes to wait for his next cue. I took this opportunity to slip a donkey's head on him. And when it was his time to go back on stage to speak to a sweet Thisbe, he came out of the bushes and everyone saw him. His friends ran as fast as those scattered when they hear a hunter's gunshot. One of them was so frightened to hear my footsteps that he yelled "Murder!" and called for help from Athens. They were so scared that they completely lost their common sense. They started to become afraid of inanimate objects, terrified of their thorns and briars and catch their clothing and pull at their sleeves and hats. I led them on this frightened, distracted state, and let sweet Pyramus there, transformed into someone on the donkey's head. At that exact moment, Titania woke up and immediately fell in love with him. And I asked,
Oh, this is going much better than I had planned. So did you put the juice from that flower on the eyes of that Athenian man, as I asked you to do?
yes, I found him when he was asleep. So that's taken care of too. And the Athenian woman was lying near him. When he woke up, he must have saw her.
Here's the Athenian coming now.
That's definitely the woman I saw, but not the same man.
Why are you so rude to someone who loves you so much? Say that kind of harsh language for your worst enemy.
I'm only scolding you now, but I should treat you much worse because I fear you've given me good reason to curse you. If you killed Lysander while he was sleeping, You're already up to your ankles in blood. So you might as well jump right into the bloodbath now and kill me too. He was more faithful to me than the sun is to the daytime. When you snuck away from me in the middle of the night while I was sleeping, I'll believe that when I believe there's a hole through the center of the earth and the moon is passed all the way through to the other side. The only possibility is that you've murdered him. A murderer should look like you, so pale and grim.
That's how someone who's been murdered should look. And that's how I look. You've pierced me through the heart with your cruelty. And yet, you, the murderer, look as bright and clear as a star in the sky.
What does that have to do with my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius. Won't you find him for me?
I'd rather feed his corpse to my dogs.
Get out, dog. You've driven me to my wit's end. Did you kill him then? From now on, I won't even consider you a human being. Oh, would you have dared to look at him while he was awake? And did you murder him while he was sleeping? Oh, how brave of you. A snake could do that as easily as you could. A snake did do it, because no snake ever had a more forked line throat than you have.
You're getting all worked up over a misunderstanding. I didn't kill Lysander. As far as I know, he's not even dead.
Then please tell me he's all right.
If I told you that, what would I get out of it?
The privilege of never seeing me again. And now I'm going to leave your despised company. You won't ever see me again, whether or not he's dead.
I can't go after her when she's in a rage like this. So I'll stay here for a while. Sadness gets worse when you haven't had enough sleep. I'll try to sleep a little here.
What have you done? You made a mistake and put the love juice on someone else. Someone who was truly in love. Oh, because of your mistake, someone's true love must have turned bad, instead of this man's false love being turned into a true love.
In that case, it must be fate. That's the way of the world, you know. For every man is faithful to his true love, a million end up running after a different lover.
Oh, well, go around the forest, moving faster than the wind. Be sure that you find Helena of Athens. She's lovesick, and her face is pale from all the sighing she's been doing, because sighing is bad for the blood. Bring her here by trick or illusion, and I will put the charm on him for when she comes.
I go. Look at me go! Faster than an arrow from a Tartar's bow.
Purple flower, hit by Cupid's arrow, sink into the pupils of this man's eyes, and make the woman he ought to love seem as bright to him as the evening star. Young man, when you wake up, if she's nearby, beg her to cure your love sickness.
Helena is nearby, boss, and the young man I mistook for this one is there too, begging her to love him. Should we watch this ridiculous scene? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Oh, step aside. The noise they're making will wake Demetrius.
Then the two of them will both pursue one girl. That will be funny enough. And preposterous situations are my favorite thing.
Why do you think I'm making fun of you when I tell you I love you? People don't cry when they're mocking someone. Look, when I swear that I love you, I cry. And when someone cries while he's making a promise, he's usually telling the truth. How can it seem like I'm making fun of you when my tears prove that I'm sincere?
You get trickier and trickier. You've made the same promises to me and to Hermia. They can't both be true. They must both be false. The promises you're making to me belong to Hermia. Will you just abandon her? If you weighed the promises you made to me against the promises you made to her, they'd come out the same. They're both weigh nothing, they're lies.
I wasn't thinking clearly when I made those promises to her.
And I don't believe you're thinking clearly now as you break those promises.
Demetrius loves her, he doesn't love you!
Oh, Helena, you goddess, you divine and perfect nymph. What can I compare your eyes to? Crystal isn't as clear as they are. Your lips are as ripe as a pair of tempting cherries touching each other. The pure white snow on a mountaintop seems black as a crow's wing when compared to the whiteness of your hands. Oh, let me kiss your beautiful white hand It will make me so happy.
Oh, hell. I see. You're both determined to gang up on me for a few laughs. If you had any manners at all, you wouldn't treat me like this. Can't you just hate me as I know you do? Do you have to get together and humiliate me too? If you were real men, as you pretend to be, you wouldn't treat a lady this way, making vows and promises and praising my beauty when I know you're really both disgusted by me.
Don't be cruel, Demetrius. I know you love Hermia, and you know I know it. Right here, right now, I'm giving up all my claims on her and handing her to you. In exchange, give up your claim to love Helena, since I love her and will love her until I die.
Nobody's ever gone to so much trouble just to make fun of someone.
Lysander, keep your Hermia. I don't want her. If I ever loved her, all that love is gone now. Now, I'll love Helena forever.
Helena, it's not true.
Don't insult the deep love that you don't understand, or you'll pay the price. Look, here comes your lover now.
It's hard to see clearly in the dark of night, but it's easier to hear well. I couldn't see your face, Lysander, but I heard your voice, and that's how I found you. Why did you leave me alone so unkindly?
Why stay when love tells you to go?
But what love can make my Lysander leave me?
I had to hurry to my love, beautiful Helena, who lights up the night better than all those fiery stars. Why are you looking for me? Didn't you figure out I left you because I hate you?
I can't mean what you're saying. It's impossible.
So she's in on this too. Now I see that all three of them have gone together to play this cruel trick on me. Hurtful Hermia, you ungrateful girl. Have you conspired with these two to provoke me with this horrible teasing? Do you want to destroy our old friendship by joining these men to insult your poor friend? It's not friendly and it's not ladylike. All women would be angry with you for doing it, even though I'm the only one that's hurt by it.
I'm completely dumbfounded by what you're saying. I'm not insulting you, Helena. It sounds more like you're insulting me.
Come on, confess. Didn't you send Lysander as an insult to follow me around, praising my eyes and my face? Haven't you made your other love, Demetrius, who kicked me with his foot not long ago, call me a goddess and a divine, rare, precious, heavenly creature? Why would he talk like that to a girl he can't stand? And why does Lysander deny that he loves you when he loves you so deeply? Why would he show me any affection unless you told him to?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, go ahead. Play your little game, pretend to be sympathetic, then nudge each other, wink, and make faces at me when I turn my back. Keep up your wonderful game. You're doing such a good job with this trick. Someone should write a book about it. If you had any sense of pity or manners, you wouldn't pretend to fight over me like this. But goodbye. It's partly my own fault since I followed you here. Leaving or dying will soon take care of everything.
Stay, lovely Helena. Listen to my excuse. My life, my love, my soul, beautiful Helena.
That's a good one.
Don't insult her like that, Lysander, darling.
If Hermia's begging can't make you stop insulting Helena, I can force you to do so.
You can't force me any more than Hermia can beg me. Your threats are no stronger than her whining. Helena, I love you. I swear I do. I'll give my life for you just to prove this guy wrong when he says I don't love you.
And I say that I love you more than he does.
That's what you say? Go fight a duel with me and prove it.
You're on. Let's do it.
Lysander, where are you going with all of this?
Get away, you African!
Oh, no, he'll act like he's going to break free from you, Hermia. Pretend like you're going to follow me and then don't come. You're a coward. Get out of here.
Stop hanging on me, you cat, you thorn! Let go of me or I'll shake you off like a snake!
Why have you gotten so rude? What's happened to you, my darling?
Your darling? Get out, you dark-skinned gypsy! Get out, you horrible poison! Get out!
Are you joking?
Of course he is. And so are you.
Demetrius, I'm ready to fight you as promised.
Oh, I wish we had a signed legal contract. I can see you don't keep your promises very well. I don't trust you.
What? You want me to hit Hermia? Hurt her? Kill her? Sure, I hate her, but I wouldn't hurt her.
Can you hurt me any more than by saying you hate me? Hate me? Why? What's happened to you, my love? Am I not Hermia? Aren't you Lysander? You still loved me when we fell asleep. But when you woke up, you left me. So you left me. Oh, God, help me.
I certainly didn't. I never wanted to see you again, so stop wondering and hoping what I mean. I spelled it out for you clearly. It's no joke. I hate you and love Helena.
Oh, no. You trickster! You snake! You thief! What did you do? Sneak in the middle of the night and steal my love's heart away from him?
Oh, that's very nice. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're gonna make me mad enough to answer you. You faker! You puppet!
Puppet? Why puppet? Oh, I see where this is going. She's talking about our difference in height. She's paraded in front of him to show off how tall she is. She won him over with her height. Well, does he have such a high opinion of you because I'm so short? Is that it? Well, tell me, you painted barber pole. How short am I? How short am I? I'm not too short to gouge her out with my fingernails.
Oh, please, gentlemen, please don't let her hurt me. However much you want to tease me, I never was much good with insults. I'm not mean and catty like her. I'm a nice, shy girl. Please don't let her hit me. Maybe you think that because she's shorter than I am, I can take her.
Shorter? See, she's doing it again!
Oh, good Hermia, please don't act so bitter toward me. I always loved you, Hermia, and gave you advice. I never did anything to hurt you. Except once when I told Demetrius that you planned to run off into this forest. But I only did that because I loved him so much. He followed you, and I only followed him because I loved him. But then he told me to get lost. And he threatened to hit me, kick me, even kill me. Oh, just let me go quietly back to Athens. I'll carry my mistakes back with me. I won't follow you anymore. Please let me go. You see how naive and foolish I've been?
Get out of here then. What's keeping you?
My stupid heart, which I'm leaving behind here.
What? You're leaving it with Lysander?
No, with Demetrius.
Don't be afraid. She can't hurt you, Helena.
That's right, Hermia won't hurt Helena, not even if you try to help her.
Oh, she's a good fighter, and vicious too. She was a hellcat in school, and she's fierce, even though she's little.
Penelope! She's doing it again! Why are you letting her insult me like this? Come here!
Get lost, you dwarf! You tiny little weed, you scrap, you acorn!
You're doing too much to defend a woman who wants nothing to do with you. Leave Hermia alone. Don't talk about Helena. Don't take Helena's side. If you continue to treat Hermia so badly, you'll pay for it.
Hermia's not holding on to me anymore. Follow me if you're brave enough and we'll fight over Helena.
Follow? No. I'll walk right next to you, side by side.
Stay where you are. All this fighting is because of you!
I'm not sticking around here anymore. I don't trust you. You may be a better fighter than I am, but my legs are longer and I can run away faster.
I just can't believe any of this. I just don't know what to say.
This is all your fault. Oh, you're constantly making mistakes. Or else you cause this kind of trouble on purpose.
Leave making illusions. I made a mistake. But didn't you tell me I'd be able to recognize the man by the Athenian clothes he was wearing? So far, I've done exactly what I was supposed to do. I put the love potion on in Athenian's eyes. And so far, I'm happy with the way things have turned out. Since I find all of this commotion very entertaining.
Well, as you can see, the lovers are looking for a place to fight. Hurry up, Robin. Make the night dark and cloudy. Cover the sky with low-hanging fog as dark as hell. And get these two eager rivals so completely lost in the forest that they won't run into each other. Imitate Lysander's voice and egg Demetrius on with insults. And then ran for a while in Demetrius' voice and egg Lysander on. That way you'll get them apart from each other until they're all so exhausted they'll sleep like the dead. While they are asleep, crush some of this flower's juice on Lysander's eyes. That flower's juice has the power to erase all the damage that's been done to his eyes and let him see normally the way he used to. When they all wake up, all this trouble and conflict would seem only to be a dream or a meaningless illusion, and all the lovers can and go back to Athens, united together till death. While you're busy with that, I'll go release Queen Titania from the spell I cast over her. She won't love that monster anymore. Everything will be peaceful again.
Ah, we got to act fast, my lord of fairies, for night's fading quickly, and in the distance the morning star is shining brightly.
Oh.
Yes, the dawn is coming.
Oh, we don't have to run from the sunlight. I like the mornings. I often wander in the woods like a forest ranger while the sun rises in the fiery red sky over the ocean, turning the salty green water into gold. Ah, but you better hurry anyway. Don't delay. We still have time to get all this done before daybreak.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. The people fear me in the country and the town. God will lead them up and down. Here comes one of them now.
Where are you, corral, Demetrius? Say something!
I'm over here, you villain. My sword out ready to fight. Where are you?
I'm coming!
Let's go to a flatter area where we can fight more easily.
Lysander, say something, you coward! Did you run away from me? Say something! Where are you hiding? Are you behind some bush?
Hey, you coward. Are you bragging to the stars and telling the bushes that you want to fight, but then won't come and fight me? Come here, you coward. Come here, you child. I'll beat you with a stick. That would be too shameful to fight you with a sword, like I fight a real man.
Are you there?
Follow my voice. This isn't a very good place to fight.
He keeps walking ahead of me, daring me to follow him. When I reach the place he's calling for, he disappears. This villain is much quicker than I am. I ran after him fast, but he ran away from me faster, so that now I'm here, some dark part of the forest where the ground is uneven. I'll rest here. I hope the pleasant daytime comes soon. As soon as the gray light of early morning appears, I'll find Demetrius and get my revenge for this insult.
Ha ha ha! Hey, you coward! Why aren't you coming?
Wait for me if you're not too scared. I know that's why you're running away from me, constantly changing places. You're scared to stand still and look me in the eye. Where are you now?
Come here! I'm over here!
No, you're just taunting me. Go wherever you want to. I'm exhausted. I need to lie down and sleep on this cold ground. But wait, I'll find you in the morning.
What a long, tedious, exhausting night. I wish it would end.
I wish the comforting light of day would shine so that I can go back to Athens and get away from these people who hate me so much. Oh, I hope I'll be able to sleep and escape my troubles for a while. People can sometimes forget their difficulties when they're asleep.
Only 3 so far? We're still waiting for one more. 2 of the kind, and it's 4. Ah, here she comes, angry and sad. Cupid is a bad boy for making poor women go crazy like this.
I don't know when I've been more exhausted or upset. I'm all wet from the dew and scratched up by thorns. And my legs just can't crawl any farther. They just won't hold me up anymore. I think I'll lie here and rest until morning. If they do fight, I hope Lysander is safe.
Sleep dwelling on the ground. I'll cure you, gentle lover, by putting this medicine on your eyes. When you wake up, you will truly be delighted to see the woman you once loved. And you too will be a walking illustration of the well-known country proverb, Jack shall have Jill, and not shall go ill.